Hi, welcome to the Bonine House. I'm Bill Badenkoff, and this is my wife Brenda, and we're greeters. And we welcome you to the Bonine House, where it is Christmas and everything is new here. During the year, the house is bare, and then as it gets close to Christmas, all the rooms are decorated.
Each of these rooms was decorated by members of the Underground Railroad Society of Cass County, and board member Nancy Neff did this particular room. This is the kitchen, and also the Dowagiac Garden Club. And many, many wonderful antiques and very thoughtful decorations that you can see all through here. Remind us of the old days. The individuals brought their own pieces in to decorate each room, and then when the season is over here, they will take them home and decorate their own homes with these things. So it's obvious that it's different every year, and we're very excited to present this to the public. This is a very small farming community in the way that people have come together and supported this house financially and in many other ways. It's a very exciting project for our community. This is the dining room, and it was decorated by Deb Wiggins. And you can see even the bathrooms are decorated. There was a lot of thought put into these rooms to make them in the old Victorian style that everybody loves to see at Christmas time. This house was built in 1845. The beginnings of it were started way before the Civil War. And the front part of the house comes to the end of that wall there, and that was built in 1845, and then these areas here were built after the Civil War around 1870, including the tower. And we encourage everybody to go all the way up to the tower, the top of the tower, and there's decorations on all the landings. This house was an Underground Railroad house because freedom seekers were housed in the carriage house across the street. So James E. Bonine was a Quaker abolitionist, and he helped move freedom seekers from Indiana and the South up into Canada, and from many other places too, as well as the Midwest. And we are very pleased to be able to preserve this history for the community and for posterity, as well as not just the history, but also the heritage of the building itself. Now Kathy LaPointe is going to tell you about some of the rest of the rooms in this Bonine House.
Hello everyone, I'm Kathy LaPointe. I'm treasurer of the Underground Railroad Society of Cass County. Welcome to the Bonine House. And what I'll do is show you what's our office, and also the downstairs bathroom, and then we will go into another room and we will introduce you to the, we call them room sponsors that are members of the Underground Railroad Society, and let them tell you about their room. So if you want to, all right, if you'd like to come with me this way, we'll show you the downstairs bathroom, which actually I did this year. In the past, we've had a different interpretation. And this year I thought it would be fun to do a Victorian bathroom, just something that a lady would like to just enjoy. And we added fabric to the walls. In the back area where the bathtub goes, we just decorated it, put a tree. And there's a little recess here where I added some lovely Victorian lady pictures. And a beautiful pitcher and bowl and table from some other room sponsors. We've all really helped each other out on these rooms in various ways. And so this was very fun, and just a whole different feel. All right, this is our office in the Bonine House. And here we have, of course, Friends of the Bonine House our articles for sale. And we also have some pictures of the Bonine House in the 40s and the Elk Park. And here's the James Bonine family and Lucky the Bonine House lion, just to kind of give an overview. Here we offer people just a very brief history of the house and a list of everything that we've accomplished so far, which is pretty impressive when you see it on paper. Also, people can become members or sign up for our email list. Actually, also, if you shop at Harding's, they give us 1% on anything that you buy. So please use this Harding's card. It's an e-script card. It's fantastic. All right, our latest project is restoring the porches to the house. The iconic porches that really add so much to the whole structure. And you can see here's an architect's rendering. And so we're all ready for them. We actually have the money appropriated, we have materials purchased, and they will be doing the porches either winter or spring at the latest. And there are a few pictures in here of the house with the porches. Probably the best one, though, is this picture right here. This is what the Bonine House will look like when the porches are restored. The whole front has already been, the masonry's been replaced, the bricks have been repaired. So we're very excited about having the porches. That's a huge project. All right, next we'll go into the living room and we'll meet the room sponsor. Actually, there are two sponsors, but one is here with us tonight, and I know you'll enjoy this. Come this way.
Hi, I'm Cece Wilson, and welcome to Bonine House's Winter Wonderland in the living room. My partner, Darren Boyles, who helped me decorate the room, is not here tonight. However, we spent approximately 2.5 to 3 days coming up with the concept of using what you have decorating. We wanted to go for a winter wonderland inside the room and also utilize some of the room's furniture to show what a living room would have looked like in Victorian times, and also the scene to have it be simple, nature-inspired, and using the natural pine cones and having the snow look like it's real snow even though it's not. The painting on the far wall was done by a local artist, Gary Weaver, and that was done approximately 3 years ago for the first Christmas at Bonine House. And if you've noticed in the camera shots, you see a lot of little green dots. This is not the exploding Grinch. No, this is actually a bliss light. That is a special light that works better in darkness, but it allows for the laser lights to come around the room and give it that starry feel. Now, to point out some important features of the room is this primitive corner cupboard donated by Mary Ann Bonine. It was her great-great-grandmother, Loessa Coffins. She was raised in a Quaker family distantly related to Levi Coffin, the abolitionist often called the president of the Underground Railroad. Another important feature to look at is when you look up, you'll see that uncovered under the plaster was original stenciling to the house. This is going to be preserved either through taking care with fixing it as it is, or if they have to replaster over, having pictures of it and an artist replicating what the original was. Thank you for your attention and for enjoying our Winter Wonderland scene within the living room, and we will make our way into the foyer.
Hi, everybody. Again, this is Lynn Pollard, and Lynn has been just taking care of our donation station. So we'll let Lynn tell you what she does.
Hi, I just greet people as they come by, ask them if they've been upstairs yet or if they've been in the office, and show them these little tags, let them sign their name or put a greeting on there. That's pretty much it. Thank them when they give a donation and answer any questions that they have about the house.
All right, now we're going into the parlor, and this is where Santa and Mrs. Claus and their very special friend, the elf, are residing. And this room was designed and executed by Maria Jones. A very beautiful room. And here's Maria, and we'll let you talk about your room.
Hello, my name is Maria Jones, and this is my second year decorating for the Bonine House Christmas Open House. And it was a pleasure to do it. This year I selected decorating the parlor. And since this is where Santa and Mrs. Claus and our friendly elf reside, I wanted to make it a theme of maybe Christmas Eve and Christmas morning, what our children in the Bonine House might have experienced or would have felt that excitement and wonder and Christmas magic here in the house. And this is a table that we have here in the parlor that I have different representatives of angels, and they're African American ethnicity, and we want to hope and say that those angels were watching over the house and helping the purpose of Mr. and Mrs. Bonine. And our Christmas tree here is filled with lots of handmade ornaments, things that might be representative of decorations from long ago, old cards that might be shellacked on wood, and handmade ribbons and things like that, cranberries strung on the tree. We have a nice choo-choo train made out of tin and a beautiful hand-painted porcelain doll. All of these treasures, a lot of the treasures were near and dear to me, so they have a lot of meaning and would bring a lot of happiness. I always loved dolls, and people knew that and gave me those as a part of a collection. So those kinds of things. Christmas has always been near and dear to my heart in decorating. Okay. And our guest of honor is here in the parlor. I will start with our Santa and Mrs. Claus and our lovely elf, Belinda Gravitt, and I will have her introduce Santa and Mrs. Claus. Their other names.
It's Jack and Sharon Kruger.
Okay, right.
So we've had a few kids today, and there's some of them that's a little scary, but they come up and they get their candy cane, and that makes the difference right there. They get something. And I think my wife makes a good Mrs. Claus.
Yeah. Hi there. Merry Christmas, everyone. We're just so happy to be here. This is our first year to serve as Santa and Mrs. Claus. Jack and I are just tickled that we were invited to do this. This is Belinda.
Merry Christmas, everybody. My name's Belinda Gravitt. Actually, I got started. My parents, Carl and Dora Chrysler, were Santa and Mrs. Claus for over 50 years. And they needed an elf about 10 years ago, so I was born. And I'm just pleased that my friends Jack and Sharon were willing to put on their costumes from my parents and bring them back to life for me. So, ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
The hearth, I am told, is original to the house. The fireplace mantle was in the living room originally, but when they put the bay window in as part of the remodel, they had to move that, but they did save it, and it is now here in the parlor. And so we imagine that Santa and Mrs. Claus came a long way from the North Pole by our two faithful reindeers, and the rest are out. But these little guys were the lead, so they needed a rest by the fire.
All right, now let's go upstairs and we'll talk to some of the room sponsors upstairs. Hello again. We're in the little boys' room, so-called, and this is Carolyn Kelly. And Carolyn has done this room as well as one of the master bedrooms, and we'll let Carolyn tell you about her room.
This is the little boys' room, and let's see. The polar bear are die cuts, just paper, and I thought that might be reminiscent of what a kid might have done in the 1860s. We have milk and cookies for Santa, and a lot of antique toys. This was in my outhouse at the house that I live in now, and it is like I looked it up, and it's one of the original bobbleheads. He is called a noodler, I believe it is, but that was a wonderful find. I have the group of the Wax Museum in here. We have the Dancing Man, the chickens, Tinker Toys. We have Ben Franklin and Betsy Ross, and, well, a number of toys, and the old teddy bear. The desk was on loan from Dr. Fedor. This was his desk as a child, and we're very fortunate to have it. His wife, unbeknownst to him, loaned it to us, but I'm sure he's fine with it. The bed, we have a quilt that was donated this year from a young lady who is going to make one of the coded quilts every year for us, and this one is the shoe fly. And it's a signal to put on your best clothes. Okay. The Santa's a creation of my sister's, who lives in California, and her neighbor was Wah Chang, and he at one point worked for Disney, and he designed Bambi's legs. So he made the face, and my sister clipped an alpaca sheep from one of her neighbors for the beard and created that Santa for me for Christmas one year. And his little elf friend, my daughter thought was kind of creepy looking, but I think he's fantastic. Moving on to the next room. This is a sample quilt, won at a quilt convention, Best in Show, and she donated it to the Bonine House. And it has each of the codes, like the basket is a signal to freedom seekers that there was food available. And here is a sailboat saying that there was take the river and there will be a boat waiting for you at the river. And this is the drunkard's path. That would be to take the path through the woods. The log cabin meant that there was shelter available. And here is the monkey wrench. Tools are available at this house. And of course, the quilt would have just the one pattern on it to give the message to freedom seekers that these things were available for them. And this is a wonderful, wonderful donation. And here are all the transcribed codes here. So if you come in, you can learn a little bit about the Underground Railroad coded quilt. This is the Feliz Navidad pillow that I've had at my house for years, and I just thought it would be a good sentiment to have here at the Bonine House. And the angels and the tree, it's just celebratory. I don't know whether or not we would have this much ornamentation, but it was fun. I've been doing this for 2 or 3 years, and every year it's different. We try and get a little bit of a different flavor in each room, and that spurs our creativity for our own house.
All right, and on to our next room. This is another master bedroom. This is a southwest bedroom. It's very beautiful, and this is Barbara Jackson. And this is the second year that Barbara has designed this room. We'll let her tell you a bit about her room.
Hi, my name is Barb Jackson, and I've done this master bedroom. This is my second year I've done the master bedroom. This is really a large room. I figured you could probably get 5 full-size beds in this room, but I've done it again this year, and it is very large. Hauled up this fireplace, took us a while to get, it's heavy, very heavy. We have the corner hutch over here with a mirror. Fireplace actually throws off some heat. This room has no heat. It's one of the 4 rooms that was originally with the house, 2 bedrooms upstairs and the 2 rooms downstairs. Then we have a full-size bed on this wall. And this is my for real tree. And it's made out of some leaves off of evergreen tree and put together with some lights, and it turned out pretty well. Okay, this is my silver Christmas tree, and got a couple of gooselings here. They didn't go on anybody's dinner plate yet, but one seems to be very inquisitive about what's going on under the tree. Then we have the one standing here just kind of looking around. Lighting, nice lighting, pictures, chairs, table. The room turned out fairly well. It's a big room, but it did turn out well.
Now we're going to what we call the Bonine bedroom, and this is Barb Lawson. And Barb has, as our room sponsor, I want to tell you first just a little bit about the pieces of furniture in this bedroom. They were donated by members Sue and Dave Dunlap, and Dave is related to the Kingsbury family. Asa Kingsbury was our first banker, first merchant, and a very important pioneer of the area. The Bonines were on the board of his bank. So we are trying to get furniture that's connected to the house. And these beautiful pieces were donated. We're very happy to have them. They're total period. And the fact that the Bonines were connected with Asa Kingsbury is important to us. So, okay, here's Barbara.
Hello, I'm Barbara Lawson. And I decided I wanted to have a room of my own here and sponsor it. And I love to decorate. I love the older homes, and I love to be around people. So I've come in, brought my things from home, and I like red, and then so I decided I would decorate with all the red that I had at home. And so it's very important to me to, it brings back so many memories when I was young, to be in a house like this and to be able to decorate and to enjoy it. So I'm just really pleased that I took this room, and I do have a dream to take another room, hopefully next year. Okay, this dresser, of course, was here already, and the lamps were here, but I decided to put lights in here and to bring my angel and my poinsettias. And also over here is a quilt that my mother-in-law made for me of some of the things that are really special to me. Okay, and this is some of my things that I especially like. I like Santa Claus, and I like pewter, and so I decided I would bring them here to decorate up this china cabinet. And then my angels and Santa I've collected, and I really enjoy them, and it really makes me feel really a big part of Christmas.
Okay, let's go into the nursery. This is a sweet little room. The nursery actually has a lot of furniture that has been donated to us, and we have stored it and brought it out for this Christmas. The little lamp, though, was lent to us for the weekend by M60 Antiques, and his name is Steve, and I'm sorry I don't have his last name, but we're very grateful. It just really sets the tone for this room, and it's very sweet. Nancy Neff and myself, we took what we had, and Nancy added a few things and a few quilts. There's Brenda Badenkoff's throw, and so it was fun to put this room together. And Deb Wiggins, these are 2 of her famous collages that are so sweet on this wall. So this is the nursery. It doesn't change a lot from year to year, but there's always a few little special touches. And here we are in our snowman bathroom. For many of you who have been here the last 2 years, we had our snowman bathroom downstairs, but many of the ornaments were transferred up here. And Deb Wiggins and I worked on the bathroom, and it was very fun. So you'll see Also, we have a special little treat in the shower with a little snowman tree. So this is a very fun room to do. Kids of all ages really seem to enjoy it. Okay, now we'll go to the tower, but first, as we're walking down the hall, please notice these beautiful decorations. They were done by Shelley East Gibson. And Shelley is new to Underground Railroad Society. This is her first year. And she has discovered that she is related to the Bonine family as well as the East family, and both big players in the Underground Railroad. Shelley has a wonderful touch with decorations. This is a portrait of Lot Bonine, who is Shelley's ancestor. And that's on loan from the Pioneer Log Cabin. So Shelley put a very special place. She will show you, she also did the foyer downstairs, and we'll show you that when we go back downstairs. But this is much of her handiwork. All the decorating around the doorways and the window transoms is Shelley. She has a lovely, lovely flair. If we go into the tower entrance, this is Shelley's feather tree with antique classic ornaments and her antique table. So she's done a great deal around the house. Now we'll go up the tower stairs, the first flight, and we'll look at the trees up there. All right, this is the first level of the tower. And actually this is, I think of this as sort of just the leftover tree. It was all the ornaments in the house that weren't used, and so they're all different colors. And there's a wonderful, just a paper chain all around the tree. It's very festive and very fun. Two special artifacts that were donated by the Worcester family. And this is a spinning wheel, and it might even predate the 1840s, but we're very happy to have these and make a lovely accent. All right, now we'll go up our second flight of tower stairs. These are a little narrower. Okay, here we are at the top of the tower, and this is a rotating tree, and it's the only tree with colored lights on it, I believe, and the only major tree. And this is we call this our angel tree. There are a number of just sweet little cloth angels on here. We have a couple of sweet little dolls that looks like they're hitching a ride on the tree. And at the top of the tree, which is very special, we have a crocheted angel ornament, and that's to honor Mary Ann Bonine. And we always figure like she's our angel in heaven. She passed away a year ago Thanksgiving, and we miss her very, very much. Mary Ann was just a founding member of URSCC and did just so much for us. So we honor her with this tree. And also in this room you'll find another, it's a carding wheel, and also donated by the Worcester family. And so we're happy to display these. All right, let's go downstairs. Okay, we're coming down the stairs, and want you to notice again that these are decorations done by Shelley East Gibson. Also, her husband Dale was a great help to her. Shelley and I believe her daughter helped as well. But this is magnificent, I think. It's a really different interpretation. One thing about the Bonine House, our Christmas events, every year is very different. And we have different people doing different rooms, and it's very, it's always so interesting to see what they do. So you'll notice this stairway, Shelley loves feathers, her owl, and this very wonderful lamp that she managed to light. And so that's lovely. Also her arrangements on the wall, and her darling little teddy bears here in the sleigh. Okay, here we are back in the office, and gee, who's here? This is Mike Morose. Mike is president of the Underground Railroad Society, and I'd like Mike to say just a few words.
Great, thank you very much. Hi everybody, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Wayne, good to see you. And just like to thank everybody for participating, and really it's encouraging and it's fun. And just thank everybody for just being a part of the Underground Railroad Society and Christmas at the Bonine House. and it's always fun and exciting every year, and I've been getting that all day long. That it's fun and different every year, so it's good. Thank you.
As Mike said, I want to thank this has been it's a lovely experience every year. It's a lot of work, as you can see, but it's really worthwhile, and it's great to showcase the house this way, and all the talents of the Underground Railroad Society. Also to tell our story. New people come every year and are very taken with everything that this means to this community. I also want to thank our videographer, Wayne Falda, who has done many of these videos, is unfailingly patient and great with us. So thank you, Wayne, very much.
Thank you for coming to the Bonine House 2014. Merry Christmas!
We hope you had a wonderful time. Drive carefully.